Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you. Beautiful viewer, today's reading we'll be taking a look at the connection on your mind, the person on your mind, and what you need to know about this connection. What is going on? What may you not be seeing? Or clarity involving any sort of confusion you might have in the situation, connection, relationship, whatever sort of dynamic you have going on. We have three options to choose from here. Now I tap into energies. I'm an energy reader. So whether it's your energy, your person's energy, energy that's around you that you're not expecting to see, whatever's more dominant is going to be pulled through these cards. And because energy does not sit linear, it could be anywhere within your timeline, okay? So please use your own intuition to tell you whether this is your pile or not. If it resonates or not, there is no need to make things fit. This should just confirm your intuition. All right. So if you tap into a pile that feels more like your energy, you could certainly go check out another pile to see if there is something else that resonates, because there could be plenty of energies around you as well. All right. So 3 piles. Option 1, the Secret Tarot. Option 2, the Golden Universal Tarot. Option 3, the Final Rose Tarot. Okay, so you can't pick a wrong pile, because if it's not your pile, just go pick another pile, all right? The timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment. I will see you at your pick. Hello, my beautiful. Pile 1, you picked the Secret Tarot. We're taking a look at the connection you came here about, the person on your mind, and what exactly is going on. Anything that needs to be clarified for you or confirmed will be pulled through these cards. And as I mentioned, I am an energy reader, so whatever energy is more dominant around you is the energy that will come through. So it could certainly be your energy, another person's energy, or a blend of the two, or however many other energies you have sitting in your around you at this time. All right, so use your intuition. This should be something that confirms what you already know. We'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile 1 in regards to their connection, their situationship, relationship, whatever they have going on right now. Can we get some clarity for pile number 1? Thank you, Spirit. Please protect me as I channel this message and protect the viewer for the greatest and highest good. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. All right. We have Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. For confirmation here, doesn't have to be predominantly in your birth chart or your person's, but certainly the energy that is in this space. Earth energy, very grounded, practical, solid energy, maybe quite heavy or fixed in some sort of way, I'm feeling. Okay, so 3 of Swords. We have some separation going on here, or at least some, yeah, okay. Let's pull all the cards first and see what we see. There's the 3 of Swords here, Spirits. So we have Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords in reverse, the 5 of Cups in the upright, 10 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. This one wanted to fly out of my hand, which is Temperance, and we have the Moon at the bottom. So yeah, I can see why you clicked on this, because clearly there is some sort of confusion here, something you're not seeing, or there's something you need to understand or see in this connection that doesn't make sense to you. And it doesn't allow for things to flow, things to work in a balanced way. Because unless you understand it, it causes confusion and it causes a misunderstanding, not knowing some piece of information here. I do feel as though you're this kind of more fixed energy. think you have your shit together. Maybe you've, you know, built a life for yourself here. You're pretty solid in your foundation, secure. But I feel there's a loneliness energy here coming through, and looking at a situation that didn't really get to fully manifest in a way that maybe you understood there being a potential here of a great connection, of a coming together here that never quite happened because of either a separation or some energy here that's making you feel like there couldn't be a coming together, or there was not a coming together cohesively. So I feel like this energy here that I'm tapped into here, which I said was your energy, is someone who is maybe still deciding here what to do, haven't quite walked away or pulled the plug here. And you're not quite sure whether you should release this connection or not. So I do feel like it is something you're considering, whether you should maintain involvement, move forward, and kind of give it one sort of last hurrah, or see what you can do to get things kind of going, or if you should release it all together and just kind of give up on an expectation here that this will be something grand in the future. Yeah. So let's ask, where is this confusion? I mean, the confusion here, I think, is you deciding whether you should release or move forward. I think that's where the confusion is, but maybe there's something you're not seeing here. So we're going to ask Spirit, what are you not seeing in this connection that's going to help you kind of decide? So yeah, decision, we have Lovers. So potentially deciding between two people, or just, again, whether to move forward with this person in this connection or not is kind of really running through your mind. And I think there's something here you feel you don't know for certain, or you could be fearing something here. Queen of Cups in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Wands. Okay, so why is this Lovers here? We have Judgment in reverse. The World in reverse. Wow. Okay, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Strength in reverse. And then again, the 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Hierophant. Yeah. Okay, so you guys could move forward, I think, here in this situation. I think if you wanted to, but you're contemplating, do you move forward here or do you not? Do you commit yourself here to a long-term sort of vision here? Because it hasn't really concluded, but I feel like you're really contemplating ending something once and for all, completely. Yeah, because I feel like the state of influx has been quite not a good place to be here. And I feel like you've experienced a lot of pain in this connection one way or another, and you want to kind of get out of it. So you don't want to invest in something, I feel here, maybe that isn't going to be abundant, isn't going to produce something here in a tangible way. And I feel like you could certainly be dealing someone here that might have been challenging within their feelings. I feel like there's two things going on here. Feelings being kind of held back, and also tangible progress not happening here. Somebody not either now wanting to put in so much effort and energy and hold back their feelings because they feel like they've been not getting what they want or left out in the cold. So kind of in this pause period, but it could be as a result of maybe somebody else making them feel in a certain way here. So I think there is definitely a separation of sorts here, but heavy contemplation, whether there's enough energy here to move forward, to come together, to communicate something here of how to move forward. But I feel you are in the Nine of Wands, you know, kind of a little defensive here because of what you've experienced and not quite sure knowing whether to move forward or not, what to commit yourself to, what to energetically put energy into, especially if it's something that hasn't worked out in the past. So will there be success? Is there a point investing? Should you move forward? Should you disconnect? Should you kind of just continue to do something here? So there's a need to gain a different perspective than how you're seeing this, and that's kind of what this reading was about. So I think we laid the groundwork. If you're not connecting with this energy so far, I think this is predominantly your energy. Again, if this is your person, how they're thinking, could be. But let's take a look at what we need to see here, which is you have a perspective here that's keeping you kind of in this limbo land, so to speak. So what does pile one need to know in order for them to pull the trigger one way or another? What do they need to know? What's going to help them, Spirit? Guidance, advice, information. What do they need to know? Or what do they need to see from a different perspective in order to gain traction, movement, direction in this connection? Thank you, Spirit. All right. So what do we have? We have the King of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse again. We have Strength now in the upright, more Leo energy. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. The Five of Wands. This is King of Wands here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups in reverse. We have the King of Swords, the Three of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Empress. Holy. Lots of court cards, you guys. We have three kings, and we have a Queen of Pentacles and an Empress here. So, wow, I could see why there's lots of confusion here. Let me just gain the energy. So lots of fire. Okay, so there's lots of fire here, and then I think it's being mixed with air. And when we mix fire and air, you have this thing that's kind of a little bit out of control here. I think there might be a holding back in the situation for exactly that, because I think if going in guns a-blazing with passion, with fire, it tends to lead to some sort of wildfire here. And I feel like the energy of whoever's held back with their emotions here has been sort of the theme that's been not allowing things to move forward. And I still feel like your energy is someone that is quite solid, is quite practical, is quite capable, and maybe values more of a solid, consistent type connection rather than one that is an influx here. I think the limitation here is a mindset here that you're conflicted, and I feel the confliction here is whether you should allow for a reconciliation here or allow yourself to open up in the heart space. And you're very controlled here whether to engage or not engage. Lots of mental chatter, which is keeping you in some sort of mental prison here. Now, for a lot of you guys, you could be in a multiple third-party type energy with other people. Now, they don't necessarily have to be so romantic here. It could just certainly be that there's a lot of people involved in allowing two people to come together to work together here. And I feel like there was something coming through for some of you guys that if things do not work out, once you remove the relationship or connection or whatever you have going on with the person here that you're inquiring about, that you might lose other friendships, or there might be a community of people here, like a group of friends or a network of friends here. And if it doesn't work, then you could kind of be on the out of what this is. But then the heart kind of wants what the heart wants. And I feel like there's a desire here to explore something here further. It's almost like you're fighting seeing what could happen here, because your mind is getting in the way of exploring a connection, because you feel like you're already okay on your own. So why complicate things? Why move forward? Why open up? Why explore something with someone here? I feel you're most likely person here with energy that is trying to hold back feelings or doing anything about them, because your brain is telling you that it might blow up into some sort of wildfire here. So it's best to not follow up on this. And it could very well be that the energy that you're contemplating on here could very well be, oops, I already got monetized, I don't know, demonetized. The energy you're contemplating here has a lot of people already. Could be friends, but just you feel like maybe you'd have to compete for this person's attention. Yeah. So you're contemplating here. I can see that for sure. What to do here. Four of Wands coming together. Communicating here. A desire to come together. So I think what you're not seeing here is your mind is really telling you certain things here and talking you out of doing what your heart desires here. So I feel like you are very held back here. And like I said, you could switch energies if you feel like someone's being really held back. They are in their mind about coming forward, about being more than friends, or about taking this connection to the next level in some way and taking that sort of move forward because of conflict around either potentially you having other people around you, or them being of an energy like, you know, it may result in something here that could sort of, you know, fire with wind. It could kind of take a life of its own, and kind of what's it worth if it doesn't work out well? There's more loss here. The mindset is there will be more loss than gain to take this chance. So let's take a look at advice in regards to then what should you do, could you do. Again, this is coming from Spirit, and please listen to your own intuition. I will ask what Spirit kind of guides you. And if this supports your intuition, confirms what you already know, then you have your answer there. All right. So in this state, for the viewer, I feel as though you could be the one on the receiving end of this, or you could be the one in this state. So the advice might be a little tricky here. So how about we pull both? So Spirit, for the viewer here, can we pull advice first if they are the one that's kind of held back energy here? Advice here. All right, so we have the King of Wands in reverse, the Two of Swords, the Moon in reverse, the Strength card, and then the Page of Wands. Okay, this is definitely the one, the energy here, if you're the one not acting, not moving forward, not exerting the confidence to move forward, sitting indecisive, sitting in the unknown here, and potentially could be, like we said, the fear here of the unknown. So Spirit is saying, instead of holding yourself back, instead of thinking, what if, the unknown, I don't see, so if I can't see what it is, then I'm not going to act at all, holding yourself back, your feelings back, being very controlled to allow yourself to make a decision to move forward, to have the confidence despite not seeing clearly what may happen here, and being in a guarded stance, there's a need to explore. There's a need to move forward, a need to communicate how you're feeling, a need to be optimistic towards, you know, maybe this could be something. And if it's not something, then it doesn't amount to something except for an experience here, which you're entitled to experience in this lifetime. Something here that you should experience that will give you an experience. And we saw the Wheel of Fortune there in reverse. I think there's something here you're supposed to be experiencing that you're fighting. All right. And maybe you feel really inexperienced about how to go about this. So you're trying to figure it out. Lots of fear here, but I feel Spirit really wants you to explore this, to be as open as you can be with your communication, and to be in an energy to not expect an outcome, but more kind of see where it may lead you. Okay, and we're not looking at outcome here, but I mean, Spirit is guiding you to do this rather than sit in the fence or sit in an energy, sit in an energy here that has no movement because of the unknown, because of fear, because things aren't super clear here. There shouldn't be a fighting of holding back emotions and feelings because of an unknown here. All right, and I feel as though there is a potential for progress from a page to a king to build your confidence with the situation. And maybe you're just lacking in some confidence here. You know, you might have to put yourself out there in a way, or at least you feel 5 of Wands, which is you'd have to compete, this, that. I think that's more in your mindset because you're seeing the 8 of Swords. But I don't think it's going to be as challenging as you think. I just think you need to come in maybe with a little more confidence in yourself, despite what you see in front of you. That I think there is no need to hold back and a need to really face your emotions here and step forward. All right, so let's take a look if you're on the other side of this, what you should do here. If someone you feel is held back in your friend group, or someone here that's, yeah, not moving forward, although I think your intuition is telling you this person might want to, or that there's more there. So what is Spirit going to suggest you do in this situation? Spirit, clear and concise for pile number 1. Thank you so much. All right, so Hierophant in reverse, Hermit in reverse, Taurus energy, Virgo energy, lots of earth coming through here, Knight of Cups in reverse. What should the viewer do here? Advice, High Priestess, Cancer energy. Wow. And the Moon. Okay, so pile number, I love when Spirit confirms. Pile number 1, Major Arcana with the Knight of Cups in the middle here. I think that definitely is the challenge, is like, if somebody's not willing to move forward, express themselves, if you don't see them coming forward with their emotions towards you, and if you've already expressed yourself, then what can you do? Absolutely nothing, because now it's in the universe's hands. Okay, I mean, can't do anything. You could do what it is that you do, but you can't be hung up on a situation that is not moving forward. Or if someone does not express themselves or come forward, what do? You trust the divine to take you where you need to go. You don't hang on. You allow yourself to release whatever expectations or understanding you have of something, despite how much potential you might see here. You might have to go inwards and really take a look. Is this someone that you do really feel as though you've done everything you can to express yourself emotionally? And if you have, and it's just unrequited love here, then it would be time to move on. Now, I do see here with the High Priestess in reverse and the Moon in the upright that there is something you do not see or know about in this situation at all. It has not been revealed to you. You're not privy to it, okay? So it could certainly be that this person did not express to you exactly how they feel. I mean, we've been picking that up, right? This is like an unknown. They haven't communicated that at all. And you know it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if this person doesn't come forward, it's like this information is, you're not privy to it. You don't see it. I do feel as though there's more here you're not seeing, and it could very well be because the future is unfolding as the future unfolds here. So Spirit is saying, like, you're not going to see down the road here, you know, that maybe eventually this person then comes out of whatever state and wants to move forward. But whatever the future holds here, it shouldn't stop you from moving forward in your emotional life, in extending a cup towards the next person, let's say, that comes in, right? And maybe right now you feel like you're hung up on someone here, so you don't want to move forward from them, and that's fine, but not to be hung up on this, okay? Not to be completely wrapped up in one sort of energy person here with the potential of something for the future, because the future may still happen in some way here. It's just you're not privy to see what this is about. But the message here is strong, as if you've been held back as well, because this person you feel has feelings, hasn't stepped forward, you feel there's unknown, you feel there's something here, but you yourself haven't communicated or expressed some sort of cup out of fear of rejection, then you're never going to know. Okay, so in order to do this, there's a need to understand yourself. There's a need to come to terms with, what do you value? You know, what do you value? What do you understand here as a commitment to yourself and on a very deep soul level? There has to be an understanding of what that looks like. And if you feel you've uncovered exactly what that is, and you've communicated and been acting in that sort of energy, and it's still stuck and not moving, it's time to pull yourself away from being hung up or stuck and allow the universe to unfold as it does within this circumstance, okay? Because there's lots you don't know or don't see here, and you're not privy to it, and you can't force it. So, I don't know. I feel like for some of you guys, you haven't expressed yourself emotionally either, to the level of what you know is true, or the depths of yourself. Remove this person, how they feel, what they show, what they don't, how they reflect, doesn't matter. Here it just matters about your own energy. And if you are true to yourself, and if you feel you have been completely, then time to move on and allow the universe to deal with whatever here as it unfolds, is the advice. All right, pile number 1. I hope this helped you, and I will see you at the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. You picked the Golden Universal Tarot. Beautiful. Let us get into this connection, relationship, situationship, whatever you have going on that is confusing as F, and you want to know what is going on here. Okay, what are you not seeing? Maybe you are seeing it, but something that you need confirmed to you by Spirit, but you're confused, you're just not quite sure. Let's take a look. So we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile number 2 in regards to who they came here about and this connection. Now, I'm an energy reader. I may be reading solely your energy. I might be reading both yours and your person's. This might be only your person. This might be someone who you're not even expecting to see. Either which way, it's energy in your energy field. So, use your intuition. If this sounds like something you're not resonating with, your pile could be elsewhere, okay? And your energy could be more dominant, hence why I read your energy and not the person. So, if that's the case, your person could be elsewhere. Do not make this fit. This should be something that confirms your intuition and might clarify something here for you that you're just kind of needing to confirm, all right? So, thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. All right, so what do we have? Well, we have the World in reverse. We have Justice. We have Strength in reverse. Wow. We have the Two of Cups. Oh my God, pile number 2. We have the Sun. All major arcana except for a Two of Cups. This is insane. Okay, why is the World here in reverse? Judgment in reverse. Holy. Judgment and Justice? This is crazy. Okay, and we have the Hermit in reverse. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever pulled a reading like this in my life, you guys. I've done a crap load of readings. Okay, Four of Cups. Is this Two of Cups here? We have the Two of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Cups. I see why you are here. Kind of. Not really. 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed, aren't we? I'm overwhelmed. My goodness. Okay. Bottom of the deck with the 10 of Cups. This is like the optimal, ideal, emotional fulfillment you could possibly ever want here, okay? It's overwhelming. It's two people engaged, on the same page, having a future, showing up for each other, okay? That's what this is the ideal kind of relationship. Now, something needs to come to an end here. I feel it's come to an end, but I feel as though your energy, and again, you could switch roles, but your energy here, the viewer I'm picking up here, this energy, was supposed to make a decision to conclude something. And I feel like concluding whatever it is supposed to allow the energy to flow towards a successful outcome here in this connection, in this relationship. Okay, so there's a need to bring in balance. There's a need to allow things to organically flow out, closure on whatever needs closure here, an acceptance of truth, reviewing kind of information situations with an objective sort of perspective here, gaining a full understanding here. Okay, not resisting or refusing to do inner work here to really take a look at what makes us happy, what has been making us happy. And I feel like there's an energy here of somebody kind of not acting towards their best interest. So, again, you or your person, I don't know, but I feel an energy here of somebody seeing what's in front of them and being in a sort of energy of not allowing themselves to be happy, not allowing themselves to take the cup being offered to them. Looking at a situation, circumstance kind of behind them that I feel is already sort of needing conclusion here. But they're looking at this for some reason. And it is preventing them from releasing something here in order for them to make the decision to choose this connection, to be happy. I feel like this energy here is letting a lot of things kind of get in the way. A lot of other things. And I feel like all these other things might have mattered at one point, but now need to kind of be put to bed. And I feel this energy is very interesting because the confusion here is, how the hell can this connection make me as happy as it makes me here? Like, there's a lot of confusion here, but it's sitting under the sun. And the sun is all about certainty. And here you have the balance, which are the two things. It's like, I am absolutely certain here that this is my person, that this would bring me long-term happiness. And I'm so confused to choose this. And I see it, but I'm focused on something here that doesn't allow me to choose this. That doesn't allow me to be certain. Because I don't think I can do what it is going to take here in order to bring the balance, in order to show up in a way here. And once I choose this, which I haven't yet, I don't know myself well enough to know what I'm going to contribute here. So it's uncertain here. And the uncertainty here is how I show up. And if I choose this, what I need to kind of do here, my own energy here is uncertain. And my ability or my in myself, to know myself, to do something here. So I have to figure out what that is. So I haven't been able to move forward. I haven't been able to embrace this connection in a way that would bring justice here to me and to this situation, this connection, because I'm in the clouds of some sort of energy. So I don't move forward, and I stay in some sort of fantasy lit energy here with this person, a potential of a future that is all sunshine and rainbows in my mind, because once I decide or make this choice, then reality sets in. So I'm going to hang on to not the reality, because what if the reality ends up being something different here? Mostly I'm not able to do something here. Okay, if you resonate with this energy, then, I mean, this could certainly be your energy or your person's energy. They see the potential. This connection seems really, really, really built up. But it seems to be very much in fantasy here. But the reality is whatever this is isn't emotionally fulfilling, I think, on either side. Because there is an inability for somebody to fully understand themselves enough to commit to a decision here, to move forward, to be clear, to be certain, to pick this. And they're being pulled by the universe, like by the universe. Oops. All these major arcanas. Like, look at these major arcanas, major arcana, major arcana. Okay, the only ones that aren't major arcana are these four here. And these tell me the exact same thing. It's like to have a give and take, a partnership, a beautiful, balanced relationship that has a full potential here that I see, but I'm not choosing, because I'm choosing to focus on what doesn't work for me or what I cannot do something here. But I'm being handed this beautiful gift here, and I don't choose it. So I stay in the confusion. I stay in the fantasy. I don't choose an option here. But I'm also not choosing to conclude and wrap something up here. So I'm kind of in this limbo land. The only way to get out of the limbo land, I'm even getting limbo land from this thing, having the best of both worlds maybe, but needing to really pick something and allow yourself to go. Is it remaining in some past situation, or is it moving forward? There's a need to really review inside here, because I feel like there is an emotional unhappiness here in not allowing yourself to move forward, but also not concluding something. So maybe you have a hard time ending this relationship here because of whatever in your mind that's telling you that it's like the best ever thing here, that would be the ultimate future for you. But has it shown this in the real world? I mean, when you see major arcana, it's like in this 5D space. Maybe someone hasn't chose you, so it's left you emotionally unsatisfied. Maybe unrequited love. You've expressed yourself and someone's kind of in a different place here. And you could see this. So it's causing all sorts of confusion. It's like, why does this thing even exist here? And I can't move forward here. But I can't put an end to it either. Even though the universe has been calling me to see things for what it is here. What in the material world has manifested here? Am I emotionally happy or not? Because if I'm not emotionally happy, despite what it could be, how happy I could be, am I currently right now happy? And why can't I find the strength or the courage to move away or forward from this thing that's got a hold on me? That I feel like I'm at the mercy of whatever decision is made for me in this connection. That I have no control over deciding for myself because I'm so confused. And I need certainty. So I feel like there's two energies for this viewer. I'm not necessarily saying you're one and your person's the other. I'm saying for the viewer here, there's these two energies coming through. Either you're in the camp A or camp B here. Because this almost seems like a too good to be true connection here that's built up in some fantasy land. Because maybe we know a potential in the 5D, but we're miserable here in the 3D. And unable to do anything about it or feel like we have no control. to bring herself some sort of balance here. And we don't want to accept the truth. To close out this cycle, to close this connection that isn't bringing us happiness. It's unrequited love. And like I said, Camp A was, I see it, but I'm still humming and hawing here and not choosing it. Not allowing myself to move forward. Because I need to conclude something that's been over for a long time here, but I don't want to admit it. Okay. Wow. Pile 2. Let's take a looky-look at you. If this resonates, we're asking spirits now then, that we know what we know. I'm going to ask, this might be confusing because we have 2 sort of camps here, but for Camp A, this is the person who is needing to conclude something outside of this connection in order to allow themselves to flow towards some potential here. What advice can you give this person? What do they need to know in order to make this decision a little easier here? And then we'll look at person B here, I guess, if you will. Whatever you're resonating with. But person who is having a difficult time accepting some sort of truth outside of this connection in order to embrace or move forward in this connection. What do they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so 8 of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. This definitely confirms it here. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups, yeah, coming out again. And we have the 6 of Pentacles, and then we have the Strength in reverse. So we got duplication on the 4 of Cups and the Strength in reverse. Okay, let's, oh, and duplication here on the 10 of Cups, the Sun, the 8 of Cups, the King of Cups. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is a powerful reading. And High Priestess in reverse. Okay, put my pine tree and leaves right there. Okay, so, wow. What is this? The Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Quick moving action. Quick moving action, which is the opposite of this thing here. Okay, so for you, Camp A person, there is a limitation you have here that doesn't allow you to feel as though you are able to accept a beautiful, full give and take here. An abundant relationship that will bring you happiness, you and your person happiness. We have both the King and the Queen of Cups. When you talk about divine counterparts, aside from the Emperor and the Empress, I mean, these are, you know, ideal couples to see in a couple's reading, because these are 2 people who love deeply, love the most in the tarot here. There's a deep sense of love here, and I feel like this King of Cups is in the reverse. Because there is a block here, okay? There's a block here, and, I mean, either if they were in the upright, the King of Cups loves deeply, but doesn't really know how to act on his emotions, or express them, or show them in any way. And in the reverse, it's almost like not allowing themselves to even kind of go there, to allow themselves. They're more focused, again, on that thing of the past here. So, what's Spirit saying? Spirit is saying there's a need to understand that there is happiness, contentment, success beyond anything I've ever seen here, okay? This is like breathtakingly beautiful energy here with the 10 of Cups and the Sun, but there's a need to get certain that we need to walk away from something that does not emotionally fulfill us anymore, that we might still be attached to in some way. We have to show a level of commitment, conviction here. And if this means communicating, whatever this may be, in order to break out of this 8 of Swords, then that's what it needs to be. But right now there's an imbalance. We were seeing the Justice, which was about balance. There's an imbalance because I feel like you're not contributing here. Emotionally, you're not contributing here, which is causing an imbalance. Either you feel you cannot or have not been doing it, or feel you don't have it in you to do this. Okay, and I feel like this is going against what you intuitively know is the right thing to do. I think you already know that there needs to be a release and a walk away from something in order to explore and come in and fight for this thing. So are we still stuck with something that hurts us, that doesn't allow us to break forward here, even though we intuitively know we have to? I think you don't know yourself whether you have the ability here to provide in this situation, to give of yourself in a way that would bring happiness. And I feel like Spirit is saying, because this is a balance card, I think there is a need to come together here to experience this happiness, for you to see this, rather than tell yourself and hold yourself back in a way here that you're unable to, because something else has you kind of stuck in some way here. There's a need to really, really reflect on, where does your happiness lie? And is your current situation bringing you happiness, or do you look more like this most days here? Okay, because this is kind of Hermit as well. This is like having to go inwards and really do the work. And then leave whatever is not emotionally happy, satisfying for you. Like, I feel like there's deep, 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 deep love coming here around you. And I feel like you're certain that you feel love, but there's a blocking of this energy here. Now, I don't know why High Priestess in reverse could mean literally like hidden secrets or information here. So you might be in an energy here of needing to understand something about yourself, and it could very well be a shadow aspect of yourself that doesn't allow you to have the confidence in yourself to know that you're able to provide some sort of energy here, whether it be put in your time or put in your emotions, or something that is required of you to put in and invest here that you don't see in yourself, or you believe something else to be true. But the only way to see and release yourself is to do the work, you know. And like I said, the Hermit could be shadow work, looking at where we're held back, needing to see what we don't see right now within ourselves, or looking to see at something of how we've been showing up, to figure out, what is it, what's holding me back, what makes me believe that I don't have the strength or the ability to invest here. But in the meantime, it's very lopsided here. And what this could do is cause a challenge here in this connection, of course, right? Because I feel like there's this very strong energy here of happiness, but I also feel like you're trying to fight yourself. I don't feel like you're holding back so much, as I feel like you're more held in an energy here of hanging on to another thing that's blocking you and restricting you. I'm going to pull a clarifier here for this High Priestess in reverse. I've got the Two of Pentacles, and then I'm going to pull one here for the Strength card in reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune there. Why is this Strength card in reverse? Seven of Wands. So the Knight of Swords is kind of like fighting for a cause. Same with this Seven of Wands. It's like fighting for a cause, standing up for oneself. Standing and fighting for oneself. And maybe feeling as though there's a lot of things we got to overcome here within ourselves and Hermit, within ourselves, in order for us to be able to provide something here. We don't know what it is. We don't know how to find the balance we need within self here to make the decision to move forward here. Spirit is saying you're on the higher ground here. You have a position here to be able to win here. But I think there is shadow work here needed to see something within yourself that you might not be fully allowing yourself to see. Three of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So yeah, it's like maybe you experience a lot of pain here in the past, either in this, with this connection, or outside of it. I think you came into this connection already needing to heal your heart space, and it could very well be childhood stuff. We keep seeing the Sun, which is We need to take a look at our childhoods that might be preventing us from opening our heart space, from not allowing us to move forward and extend the cup, show our emotions. This is how others perceive us when we express ourselves from within. Handing this cup, it's like we're unable to do this or even receive it. These were in reverse. It's like not able to receive the cup that the universe is giving to us. Someone's coming forward here because we're heartbroken. We need to resolve, or at least acknowledge this, I think. I don't know if you need to resolve it so much as acknowledge, because I feel like in order for you to come out of this state, there needs to be an acknowledgement so that it can heal. Because I feel like I was picking up a king that didn't want to see. So it kind of stays on ice. The pain kind of stays on ice here. There's a need to see. There's a need to go and see what this is about. And then I feel as though once you know what it's about, then there could be movement here. Because it's like preventing yourself from allowing yourself to see that there is some sort of heartache here that needs to be addressed. And it'll forever be there if we don't acknowledge it, okay? But I feel like there's a way to get out of this by just acknowledging it. But I feel like you're held prisoner here by some heartaches of the past, other relationships, or again, childhood traumas here, fear of abandonment, a fear of moving forward here and expressing ourselves and then being at a disadvantage, you know? So I feel like there's also a need here to communicate here, and it could be communicate with yourself, but maybe with your partner here, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, why maybe a pause, why maybe the imbalance, why maybe the defensiveness, why the inability to move forward, why the inability to contribute, why all this, because I wouldn't let this sort of an energy be in the dark. I don't feel this energy is in the dark, though. I feel like this energy understands something about you here intuitively, okay? But I feel like it hasn't been communicated. And you're kind of in this energy. And I don't know how long you can be in this energy. Okay, there's a need to stand up here for yourself. There's a need to face something here. And I feel like you're prolonging a pain here instead of acknowledging it. And maybe it is just allowing ourselves to move forward and express ourselves. And it might be painful. But then there is movement that happens. But if we don't, if we're blocked, if we are held back, if we don't think we have it in us, we never know, we won't experience and see something here that we have a potential to stand up for ourselves and what we believe to be true. So that's the pile, or I guess pile 2, camp A. Look, Wheel of Fortune again. There's something here. I think the timing is right for you. Pile 2, group A, if you're feeling like you're not quite sure when you can release whatever it was, and I think the release is releasing of a heartache that you've experienced in order to move forward, in order to have blessings come to you and change a circumstance here. Because if this circumstance is slowly getting, you know, I don't know, like I feel like there's an energy here that's eventually, I mean, the sun does go down. Eventually, I feel like this Queen of Cups might feel rejection here. How long can this cup be extended? I don't know. Only you know this, okay? So there's a need to acknowledge, a need to communicate, a need to do the work. And if we take time doing this work, there needs to be a communication here, an honest communication about past heartaches or where we're at, and not knowing what the future may hold, but at least being honest and open about seeing how we can fight for something here, knowing whether we can or cannot. Because I feel like there's I don't know if I can. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if I can. So if you don't know if you can, then there needs to be a communication. But I do feel like something here is worth fighting. And I feel like you feel is worth fighting for, okay? Something very destined about this. Yeah, it needs to heal the heartache. It needs to take a situation and make something of it that's going to bring balance to you. This is very imbalanced right now. I feel like you're not showing up here. And you're more focused on what didn't work in the past, what hurt you in the past, a situation that you might have to let go of that's old and tired. We saw the Judgment in reverse. We saw the World. Once you conclude it, it's a cycle here that you embrace and you move on to new energy here. But I feel like there's a lingering here, hanging on to heartache, stories of the past. Yeah, there needs to be a new beginning here. Fool comes after the World once we conclude a cycle, and it's in reverse. This new beginning won't happen. This allowance for a leap of faith into the unknown of a grand potential here will never be known here unless we do the work necessary here. Okay, so that's A. Let's take a look at B. Sorry, this reading's long. Okay, B. What was B now? B is person here who is unable to move forward from a situation where they see a potential, and it's kind of like a fantasy, but in the real world they experience nothing but dissatisfaction. And it could very well be this Queen of Cups that we were seeing here with this King of Cups, because I feel like she's kind of in a weight energy, where this King of Cups is kind of in a funk of sorts. So what can this Queen of Cups see for herself here that's going to help her release? Because I feel like there's a need to release. There's a need to allow herself to find happiness. And I feel this King of Cups makes her happy, because I do feel like it's kind of in the same storyline here. I feel she's happy, but she's emotionally not getting what she needs in a real world type way, in a practical type way. So Spirit, advice here, guidance, clarity for person B or camp B in pile 2 here in this story. What do they need to see, be aware of? More information. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, King of Wands, Ten of Cups. Why is this Knight of Pentacles here? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Lovers in reverse. Ooh, big dizzy spell. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And Six of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so person B here. There's a fantasy. There's an ideal relationship, situationship here that you feel has great potential here. And it's absolutely beautiful. But you can't make it happen here on your own. It needs to come with two people. I feel like you feel a deep soul tie you cannot move away from. Okay, you're hung up on this sort of idea of this person, and it's got you stuck because you're stuck on memories of this person. You're stuck on how things might... I think you're more stuck on how things could be potentially in the future between you and this person. And so you're in that sort of an energy space here on a feeling that has you stuck. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is there's a need to be very open here and curious and ask yourself a lot of questions about what's going on in this connection right now and get very truthful. Because I feel like you're not seeing something here that could be quite deceptive. And whether it's intentional or not, the deception here is where there is truth that isn't being acknowledged and dealt with. You're not acting in your highest truth here of a knowing or an understanding in order for you to have a new beginning cards. Okay? And your new beginning is going to allow you to bring in a 10 of Cups for yourself. But you need to know that you deserve it, that you have the confidence here to be able to successfully bring this for you. And if you're hung up on a person, place, things of the past, your memories of how it could be, and you relay this and it keeps you stuck, then it prevents you from bringing this in, this beautiful 10 of Cups, or going after it, because you're seeing a situation here that could be self-deceptive behaviors, keeping you stuck, not wanting to see clearly. And the truth of the matter here is that if you're not seeing something progress in a practical way, if you're not able to move forward and communicate about what does progress look like in this connection, if you're stuck either which way, because I feel like these are stuck energies. Okay, I feel like you can't move forward so much, and if you have been, it's been one step forward, two steps back. And then I feel like this page is wanting to explore, you know, what does potential look like here, but I'm unable to get going here. I'm excited and opportunistic about exploring something in a practical way in this connection, but I can't gain the pace here needed. So I'd rather just kind of lie to myself or lie about the situation here and hang on to some sort of fantasy dream person here. But there's a need to ask yourself questions here. Where are their lies? Where are you not seeing this progress? And allow yourself to release this connection. I know easier said than done, but once you release it, you're able to kind of stand on your own. Your confidence builds back up. Your confidence in yourself, your confidence in being able to be content within yourself. And with the pentacles here, I feel like this is bringing towards you something you can see, something you can feel. And maybe on an emotional space, it's difficult to break away from a memory here. But I feel like it's painful to stay here anyway. And that's kind of the lie, is like we think we're doing something here that's helping us, but it's really not helping us, because eventually it catches up to us. So I feel like it might be painful here to embrace the truth. We have to embrace a truth in order to have a new beginning here towards something that is plentiful in our 3D world, that does show up here for us, okay? And I feel like it builds your confidence. And I feel like once you're in this energy, then you're moving towards and building something towards emotional happiness with somebody else here. Then you have your confidence. These are both confidence cards here. So I feel like your confidence is at an all-time low, because I feel like you're unable to part from a situation here that isn't giving you what you need here, because I feel like it's a situation that isn't moving, that you might feel like you might have control over movement in some way, but I don't think you do. And that's the truth. Okay. If it's been over, if somebody's ended it, or if it's just not even progressing, then it's over. So just because the energy might be stagnant, that doesn't mean that there's progress. That means you're in some sort of held backness here. Held backness. It's like clashing energies here. So we need to get honest. Where are we lying to ourselves? Where are we hanging on to some sort of fantasy? Where can we build our own confidence and build something for ourselves that we can actually see? And if that means being single, then it means being single to the point where finally we embrace the truth so we can move forward and release ourselves. It starts with this page. Okay, page is all about being very curious and asking these questions. And it might take some time. But what are the questions we need to ask ourselves? Where do we need to start getting honest? Where are we lying to ourselves? Where are we pretending like we're doing something in our favor, but we're really not? Or we're keeping alive some sort of fantasy when it comes to this connection, you know? Because I do feel like you do deserve a 10 of Cups, some happiness here, two people coming together here. But you're looking at a situation here that I feel has not been doing this, has been not doing this, not allowing there to be progress, but you're just really hung up in the emotional part of it. The bond, the memory, the idea, okay, whatever it makes you feel like. And I feel like what's coming through too is sometimes there's a memory of a childhood experience we had here that this connection may be bringing up in you. So you can't move on, you can't release. You're hung up on this feeling that you had. So it might not even be about this connection, this person. It's just you are tying it back to something here. You're feeding yourself. So if you've had, let's say, parental issue here, it might be that this person reminds you a lot of some sort of thing your parent would do in the past here that you're drawn to or feel you deserve in some way here. Okay, this takes a lot of work to really go within and ask yourself, because if you're emotionally not satisfied, but you remain in this situation, you're telling yourself you're not good enough, and that lowers your confidence. If somebody isn't confident enough to move forward, and they've chosen not to progress in this connection, to explore it, then the only thing you have is your own truth, your own sword, and your own ability to plant your pentacle for yourself for the future. It starts with the page, asking these questions. Why Why has it not moved forward? Why have they not chosen this? Why am I unable to stand on my own? Am I? And if I'm not, what's holding me back? Did I lose confidence? Am I lying about something getting better, but the proof is in the pudding? Do I have to be in an energy here where it makes me feel uncomfortable here? Is somebody else being deceptive? Are they lying to me, saying it's going to get better, but they're not really showing this? Cut through this illusion here, okay? Person B, that's what Spirit's saying. I hope this helped you guys. Pile number 2, and I don't know if I called you 3, pile number 2. And if you're drawn to another pile, go check that out. If not, I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile 3. You picked the Final Rose Tarot. Beautiful. Let us get into your reading. So we're taking a look at a connection here, situationship, relationship, whatever this is going on here. And why is it so confusing? Like, what is going on? What do you need to see or understand better? Maybe something you're not seeing, or just confirming your intuition here, what you kind of need to do or understand in order for things to get better. Now, please keep in mind, I'm an energy reader, means I read energy as it comes through. Could be predominantly you, could be predominantly the person, depending on how the energy is sitting around you. Could be a blend of energy, so you might have to crisscross energies. Of course, it should resonate for you. If it doesn't, that means it's not your pile. No need to make things fit. This will just confirm what you already know. All right, so Spirit, clear and concise here for pile 3, for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Please protect me and 3 as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you at this time. I am feeling this one. Wow, 4 of Swords. Okay. Says Reassurance Rose. 10 of Pentacles. Hometowns. The Cocktail Party. The Star in reverse. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Roses in reverse with the Mansion. And we have the 3 of Pentacles, group date. All right, so why is the 4 of Mirrors here? Or the 4 of Swords. We have the Page of Cups in reverse, the Daydreamer. There's the 10 of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Single Mom card. And we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, Quality Time. And we have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the Proposal. Finally, why is this 3 of Pentacles here? And we have the King of Swords in reverse, the Intellectual. Wow, these cards are a little bit difficult for me to read. Page of Swords in, well, not reverse because I don't read bottom of the deck reverse, but Page of Swords, the Gossip. Hard for me to read. I think I still need to bond with these cards a little bit, but either which way, that could be energy here that you're feeling. Like maybe there's a disconnect here. Well, clearly a disconnect, or else I don't think you'd click on here, but almost a disconnect of still more work needing to be done in order to understand this person in some sort of way. Okay, let's see if I could get some signs here for those of you guys. Aquarius and Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I have a feeling here it could certainly be still a new-ish type connection here, okay? Like there's lots of questions here. that I think you have about this connection. And I don't feel like at the moment things are really moving so much. And I feel like at the moment you're really trying to understand things from a perspective here of what is kind of in it for me for the long term here. And is this something that could be for the long term here for me? So I feel like you're held back. Again, crisscross energies. If this is the person I'm reading for you, someone's held back because they're reviewing. And there could have been a little bit of a argument here, or some words about what the future potential looks like. And I feel like you guys might be on two different pages potentially, or at least there isn't a clear understanding of what does a long-term look like in this connection. So I feel like somebody might have said something here and might want to come forward with an apology, but is contemplating, do I come forward and apologize here or not? And then I do feel there's an energy here of, you know, a long-term idea and what that would mean. And is it, should I just remove myself from this situation here, from this connection? Or do I explore this, but then have to let go of something else here? Yeah, and I feel like things are fairly imbalanced right now. Things are fairly imbalanced right now because I do feel like there has to be sort of an understanding of what you want more so for the long term for yourself, whether you want to create something here with this person. Because you might have to put an end to something, I feel. I do feel as though someone here might be in a family situation. Yeah, like maybe you have a relationship here, a family situation here that has been not providing to you something. And I feel like you want to explore a connection outside of this, but inside, you know, maybe it's not the right thing to do here because it's not quite, there's a practicality here that you rely on. There's something you built here that I feel like you can't just go move forward with yourself to find emotional happiness. So you're putting up with a situation here that doesn't bring you emotional happiness. So it might keep you in a third-party type state because I feel like emotionally, I mean, you want to find happiness here, but in order to move forward with the connection, you'll have to release, let go of an old sort of lifestyle or allow yourself to break free from a connection, and that would mean not having the security or stability here, so you kind of lost hope in moving forward with what this is. So you're asking a lot of questions here, you know, what's the best thing to do? Do you pursue it? Do you not pursue it? Do you stay in a situation because it's practically beneficial for you that you're dependent on in some way? Because it's what you've known to be, and now it's imbalanced. You're getting practicality, but emotionally you're at the risk of allowing yourself to experience something here. And if this is the other person, it's like you're thinking about it's not wise to get into a third-party situation here. So you're reflecting. It's like, do I even explore this? I feel like this is early stage still because I feel like there is still so much we don't know. But all we do know for certain is that we're not happy right now in whatever situation we have going on. And I do feel predominantly the energy I'm reading is the person who is built some sort of lifestyle here that might be working in a practical way, but emotionally it's not fulfilling and it's not bringing in what they want. But they can't break free from it. 9 of Swords in reverse, blindsided. blindsided. Okay, so that's anxiety. And yeah, lots of thoughts here. So I see again why you click here, because you're contemplating here. You're really, really contemplating here, and you're sad because what you've experienced here emotionally isn't fulfilling for you. So if you stay, you do get something quite beneficial. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is, you know, our legacy, what we leave behind. Maybe we have children and we have our home here, but it's at the expense of everything else. And that's not a good feeling here. So it weighs heavily on us. Okay, if this sounds like your thing, maybe your person, like I said, then let's take a look what Spirit wants to tell you about this to provide some insight here for you. Spirit, thank you so much for pile number 3. What sort of guidance, clarity are they needing to hear, know, in order to help them make this decision, provide some insight? Again, advice from Spirit does not have to be something you follow. This should be something you intuitively know. I'm just picking up energies, so only you know what's best for you. And we're asking Spirit for the advice, for more clarity, so that you can make that decision. What do you not see? What should you do? What do you need to know more of in order to get clear? I do feel you're kind of stuck, and it's causing a lot of anxiety. So, 7 of Mirrors, 7 of Swords, for the wrong reasons. All right. We have Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the late bloomer. 4 of Swords coming out again, reassurance rose. Number 3, the 3 of Swords in reverse, red flags. Oh my goodness. Okay. The 4 of Cups, reflection. What is the 7 of Swords here? You have the 4 of Roses coming out again. That's the 4 of Pentacles in reverse with the Mansion. It's the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the 6 of Pentacles coming out again in the exact same spot in reverse with quality time. We have the Knight of Swords. That says the Meathead, clarifying the 3 of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out again. You guys saw me shuffle in reverse again. The single mom in reverse. Okay, and then at the bottom we have the 2 of Cups. Okay, and under that, couldn't help but see the 3 of Cups. Here to make friends. Okay. This message is actually quite clear for me. I think you're not in the right headspace here to make a decision that's going to impact your long term here, okay? Although I think things need to happen here because I feel like you're emotionally not satisfied in your situation. But making a rash decision right now, I don't think is the right thing to do here. I feel like you want a give and take, and you want to be emotionally happy with somebody who makes you happy and you make them happy. And I feel like what you're wanting is emotional happiness. But, I mean, at the end of the day here, I feel like the situation that this one's reflecting here is this is not good because it's putting you in a third party. So either way, somebody's going to get hurt. Okay? And generally I say someone gets hurt. If it's along the lines of the truth, then someone gets hurt. And that's how life goes. But I feel like someone's going to get hurt here because I feel as though we're not seeing the big picture, being very clear here first before we make a true decision on how we find this balanced give and take. I think we might be wanting an easy answer or a quick solution, or looking at, you know, all that glitters, the grass is greener, whatever you're doing here. Again, could be the person you're dealing with, but one, I feel like there is deception here. So we might be telling ourselves something's better than it is and something's worse than it is because we might be starved of affection here. Okay, so we might be saying, I got to release myself from a situation here, from my family situation, or let go of what I've built here and my security and my stability here. Okay, so I got to release myself from here because I've been living in some sort of illusion, and now we're aware. We're aware of an illusion, a lie to self. We're now aware we've been missing out on a 2 of Cups. We're now recognizing this thing. Okay, so now we want to do something, and we might want to do something and recognize we've been stuck. And we've been stuck because we've, in a practical way, been dependent on something, but also now it's like this need to just release this in order to go after a Two of Cups. However, again, everything is about balance, right? So reflective state, we're contemplating, we're thinking, what's the best thing here? We're still healing, clearly, from a situation, I think, that you've been in where there's been an imbalance, or emotionally you're not getting kind of what you need. I feel like it's imbalanced. You might have been really wrapped up in the practical. You might have been really wrapped up in giving of yourself to create some sort of stability at the expense of your emotional happiness. Now you're hurt. Now you're reflecting. Now you're seeing something here. But in the other situation, okay, I hope you can follow here. I feel like you're ignoring red flags. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean the red flags about this person per se or this connection. I think, one, you don't really fully understand the extent. So you need more about this. Now, I'm not saying continue this, you know, this third-party engagement here. If you want to explore something outside of your stability here, there needs to be a first recognizing whether we've done everything we can to salvage or be honest in our current situation. Okay, so have we communicated exactly what we want, how we feel? Have we given it enough time? Have we done so many attempts here that there is no more attempt because we were honest and we faced the truth? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, I think there's still something here, you know, and for some of you guys that have done everything, I think the something here might be the fact that it's internal, that we're still hanging on to in some way, or don't want to let go of the practical dependency we have. So we're not being honest about this, that it's like, well, you can't have both, you know. And are you with the situation because it's providing some sort of practical stability, some dependency that's coming in here? So I think there's red flags coming in that you're not addressing, and this causes more pain here in this situation. Okay, so Knight of Mirrors, the Knight of Swords. I think that there is some rash sort of decisions here you're making based on how you're feeling in the moment. So if all of a sudden you feel like you're being deprived of some sort of Two of Cups or emotional thing, and it feels practical, I think you get, this is where the pain stems from, right? You might say things you don't mean. You might be in and out, or you might just steamroll this person because of your unhappiness or your inability to really reflect on things here and say, you know, do I call it quits? Do I call it quits and have to heal from a broken heart here in order for me then to find happiness here? But then that means I'd have to let go of whatever securities I have here in the practical way, because to me it's more important here to be emotionally happy. And I think that there's this wanting to hang on to something you're dependent on, and then also wanting to experience emotional fulfillment, even if that means exploring outside of this connection, or the connection, I guess, that your main connection here. Now, if this is somebody that you're with, that's, you know, them kind of being dependent on that, their person, to whatever world they built there, their inability to sort of fully let go and allow themselves to say what matters to them, you know. But I feel like this person has a lot more reflection to do, and they have to be honest with why they're kind of hanging around. But I feel like this person's abrupt, and I think, like, if you're resonating with the person here and engage with someone who is in a third-party connection here that's hurt you, and you're looking at this situation and you see the red flags and you see this person kind of, I don't know, like doing things kind of in rash ways, don't get so hung up and dependent on this person. Acknowledge these red flags for what they are. There's a need to ask yourself a lot of questions here. You know, is this an emotional balanced give and take? Or are you depending on a situation where somebody is there and then all of a sudden they're not providing something else here that you're needing? So maybe emotionally they give you some sort of fulfillment, but in a practical way you're kind of left out on the outs because they're engaging and invested in somewhere else, something else, someone else. Yeah, Three of Cups. That's, you know, that's that third party. And also I feel like if you are, because I do feel there is a separation going on here And it's like, do I get back with this person? Maybe this person wants to come in now, you know? It's like this person wants to come in and they're saying, okay, I know I want to give and take here. I know I love you. And that could be true. I feel there is some, I don't know if it's deep love, to be honest, but I feel like there are feelings here, true feelings, and whatever they're coming with is some sort of honest feeling. So they come in with this, but it's like eye on the prize, but it's like, what is the long term here? I think that whatever pause you guys had here is Spirit saying that there's been a need to really reflect on truths, seeing through deceptive ways. If this person is deceiving you, it's because they're deceiving themselves in their flip-floppiness in some way, where if they all of a sudden get dissatisfied in their situation because all of a sudden they need energy on an emotional level, they come to you because maybe you're an emotional person. Meanwhile, it's at the expense of you getting a practical fulfillment here. Okay, and then maybe then this person's out again. I don't know. Okay, now if you're the person I was reading initially, it's kind of switched here, you know, and you kind of have enough and then you go and explore because you feel like there's someone here who emotionally does give it to you. There's a need for you to figure out, like, where are you committing your energy on a day in, day out basis here? Because if you're engaging with someone because they emotionally fulfill you, this person may be in a state of needing to, I don't know, maybe they pulled away here because they're needing to heal from how you might be emotionally using them, quote unquote. Okay, and I know you might not want to hear that, but are we emotionally using someone else here because we need emotional fulfillment? But we're unwilling to let go of a situation because we feel it's our security or stability. And we might all of a sudden be like, yeah, I'm going to let go of it, and then show up, but then start feeling sad or start connecting back and pulling back and then going back to old ways here and kind of doing a flip-flop here. There's some sort of deceptive behavior that we need to call out within ourselves, both ways. So I feel like there is a truth that maybe two people aren't wanting to see here, that because they are emotionally bringing this, there's something else that needs to give. There's some sort of compromise that needs to happen. And if your person isn't compromising because they want their cake and eat it too, that's a major red flag here. And it hurts, but I feel like needing to deal with that hurt is going to be helpful right now rather than getting so involved. And if you're the person here that is flip-floppy, I don't think you're doing it on purpose, but I feel like you're needing to come up with the truth. It's like, yeah, then maybe you do need to leave your long-term situation here before exploring this. You know, instead of maybe saying one thing and then all of a sudden the next day or a week later doing something else, because I feel like that's causing pain unnecessarily here. So do you come together with this person and reconcile? Not until there's certain clarity here. King of Flutes. That's the King of Cups, the single dad. And look, we have the single mom. That's interesting because one's the Queen of Pentacles, one's the King of Cups. And they're both the single mom and single dad. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe there's kids involved here, right? There's definitely other people involved here, I feel. There are families involved here. So I think someone's really going to have to obviously choose themselves, right? Because, I mean, you can't keep choosing other people here, or else eventually it's just an unsatisfactory situation. But when you choose yourself, you have to also be honest with your situation and be accountable for your decisions, not in shady ways, not dragging people into third parties, not by involving yourself in third parties. Again, I make no judgments, but if we know that there's other people involved, the best thing to do is to say, hey, like, resolve this situation until you fully release yourself. We can't really make something happen here. Okay? I feel like there's an emotional dependency on both sides. I don't feel a very strong, passionate pull here or a really wise understanding of what could be. I just feel like it's so temporary. And sometimes we use people in temporary ways. I mean, I say this, but I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but sometimes people in general, okay, they use people in temporary ways because emotionally they're needing whatever they need at that moment. But never works in a way that is fair for all people, even yourself, because your emotions might get fulfilled temporarily, but in the long term, I think there's disappointments. There's a need to understand, you know, from a logical perspective, whether the long-term game plan of these behaviors, this action, is actually beneficial or more harmful for you and for others involved. And there's a real need to look at the truth of, why are we in a situation if emotionally we're not happy? We might not like these answers, but we have to ask those questions. Or if we're the one kind of in the third party here, watching someone flip-flop, be very honest and say, you know, maybe I get emotional fulfillment when this person is here, but I'm getting something here that they cannot give to me. That's a red flag. Because if you're telling yourself that's something you need in order to be completely fulfilled, and this person is not doing this, then there's a need to state your case here and allow this person to figure things out, because you may be complicating a situation further. You know, obviously this person has the choice to get involved or not, but you also have the choice to allow them to get involved with you or not. It's not, you know, only them. It takes two people to make confusion. It takes two people to make decisions here for future. Okay, so I feel like both of you guys are kind of using each other in some way, which might feel good, but I mean, feeling good is one thing. Everything else is something else. Okay, reality check here. Pile number 3. I love you guys very much. I make no judgments. If this wasn't your pile, hey, it wasn't your pile. Go check on another one. I will see you soon. Bye.